TV6. Now here's your host, Walt Fowler.
As promised, tonight we will recap the year in 1988-89 in Suffolk County High School sports. However, before we recap the year, time to look back on what happened this past weekend with two county championships on the line, both in baseball and lacrosse. First, let's take a look at baseball. It was the best 2 out of 3 finale for the county championship at East Islip High School as Connetquot took on East Islip. Now, both teams played Friday afternoon. Connetquot won 6-4, which meant that East Islip, to win the championship, would have to win a doubleheader come Saturday morning. We go out to East Islip High School. Both teams went into the game with identical 22-5 records. Both teams also went into the game in their power red uniforms. Connetquot, of course, led by head coach Bob Ambrosini, looking for his second title in 4 years. East Islip guided by longtime head coach Sal Ciampi. Meanwhile, sophomore sensation Matt Giuliano got the start for Connetquot. Steve Mitagliati, 7-0 during the regular season, took the mound for East Islip. After 2 scoreless innings, Connetquot got on the board in the third. Dan Cohn's shot to left scored John Crucier, and Connetquot took an early 1-0 lead. If you want to learn a way to take a crash course in baseball, watch this. East Islip's Lou Caliberti lays one down, then gets on the hard way. By play's end, Caliberti and Connetquot's Don Grunborg were also laying down. East Islip got on the board in the third inning and took the lead. With 1 run already in, runners in scoring position, Giuliano was in a jam. East Islip went ahead on this Jude Hodgins base hit. The Redmen had themselves a 2-run lead. In front of a hometown crowd, it was beginning to look like there would be a Game 3 as fans were hoping for a doubleheader on a beautiful afternoon. Connetquot, though, was not about to roll over. Thunderbirds bounced back in the 6th. Steve Lucas starts the rally off with a double down the line. Lucas got the first of 5 straight hits for the Thunderbirds. Lucas beats the throw to the bag. Now, teammate Dwayne Delarada followed Lucas' shot with a chopper that was too tough to handle. This put runners on first and third, Connetquot threatening. After Mike Brown's single made it 3-2, Giuliano, the pitcher, turned Giuliano, the hitter, with a double to tie the game. And John Crucier put Connetquot ahead to stay when his single scored Brown. It was time for East Islip to make a change. Ciampi decided Mitagliati had enough, so he called in reliever Kip Rogendorf. Connetquot tried to cushion the lead with the double steal. Nothing doing, though. Giuliano gets nailed at the plate. The score remains 4-3 Connetquot. East Islip, though, cannot score in the 6th inning, so now we move on to the 7th inning. Connetquot up by a run, and they do put the game away in their final at-bat with 4 runs on 5 hits. The frustration for East Islip set in when Rogendorf balked in a run. Rogendorf was relieved by Jimmy Myers, but it was too little too late. The damage had been done. Giuliano, meanwhile, pitching a nice game all afternoon. He closes out the championship on a high note when he whiffs Kenny Niesel. Let the party begin in Connetquot. Final score once again in the 2nd game. Connetquot beats East Islip Saturday afternoon 8-3. Connetquot now 23-5 on the season. East Islip 22-6.